Hey, true crime enthusiasts. Welcome back to another deep dive into the dark and twisted corners of human nature. Today, I'm diving into the chilling story of Anthony Sowell, also known as the Cleveland Strangler. This case is one of the most disturbing in recent history. In 2009, the dark secrets of Sowell's life came to light when police discovered multiple bodies at his home. The discovery shocked not just the local community, but the entire nation. Buckle up, this one is intense. The details of this case are not for the faint of heart. Anthony Sowell was no stranger to the law. His criminal history was a prelude to the horrors he would later commit. Before his horrific crimes were revealed, he had a prior criminal record, including a conviction for attempted rape. This was a man who had already shown a propensity for violence. He lived in a Cleveland neighborhood where the disappearances of women went unnoticed for far too long. The community was unaware of the predator in their midst. This was a community plagued by poverty and crime, making it easier for these tragic occurrences to slip through the cracks. The socio-economic conditions created a perfect storm for Sowell's crimes to go undetected. So, how did it all unravel? What led to the eventual capture of this monstrous individual? It started when a brave woman escaped from Sowell's house and reported her ordeal to the police. Her courage set off a chain of events that would bring Sowell to justice. What followed was a shocking investigation. The police were unprepared for the gruesome discoveries they were about to make. Officers discovered 11 bodies of women at Sowell's residence, most in shallow graves. The sheer number of victims was staggering. The sheer scale of his atrocities left everyone stunned. The investigation was swift, but the emotional toll on the community was immense. With mounting evidence, Sowell was arrested. The community breathed a sigh of relief, but the nightmare was far from over. The trial was a dramatic affair, filled with emotional testimonies from survivors and families of victims. The courtroom was a place of both justice and heartbreak. Sowell's defense team tried to argue mental illness, but the jury was unconvinced. The evidence was overwhelming and the testimonies were damning. In the end, Anthony Sowell was convicted on multiple counts of murder and sentenced to death. Justice was served, but the scars remained. The sentencing provided some closure for the families of the victims, but the emotional wounds were deep. The community would never be the same. The Cleveland community was left to grapple with the aftermath of such a heinous crime. Vigils were held and people came together to mourn and support each other. Sowell's legacy is a dark one, but it serves as a grim reminder of the importance of vigilance and community support. His story is a cautionary tale. The case led to changes in police practices and heightened awareness about missing persons, especially in vulnerable communities. It was a wake-up call for law enforcement. Let's remember the victims and continue to fight for justice and protection for all.